United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, not having a quorum, we cannot approve the minutes. So we will go right to announcements. Tom?
Announcements, thank you. The next Board of Commissioners meeting is scheduled for September 14th. The only thing under Parks and Recreation at that meeting is the Friends of the Willows Cottage are requesting to have a Fall Harvest Festival in the Willows Park on August 25th. Very similar basically to the model of their fundraiser that they did for the Willows Cottage of the hoedown. So that'll be on Monday evening. September 28th is the next meeting after that. We'll have our activities brochure at that commissioners meeting. And our next Park and Recreation Board meeting will be Thursday, October 8th here at the Township building. And that concludes my announcements.
Okay. Any reports? Activities report, Tom?
For activities reports, you have two reports before you, one for the month of July and one for the month of August. I'm going to go to August as it is more current. If there's any questions regarding July, let me start off with July, actually. I just want to mention how the summer day camp programs wrapped up and went very, very well. We had a record enrollment of 309 participants at the Radnor Day Camp. We awarded 35 scholarships, had great excursions, Citizens Bank Ballpark, Water World. Tot Lots did very well with approximately 50 children daily. The playground program had experienced low daily attendance, and again, I think we should consider canceling that program in the future. Other summer programs, sports, science, theater, nature camps all went very well. Summer concert series was successful. Had over 2,050 people attending, and had a great time in the evenings. Our fall recreation brochure is moments away from going to the printer. My thanks to Leah McVeigh and Tammy Cohen for their efforts in putting that together. We're looking forward to having that out to schools next week, late next week, early the following week, to get our October and fall programs going. Some of the fall programs include orienteering, geocaching adventures, Romp the Rack, 5-star preschool sports, toddler tempo, play ball, World Cup junior soccer, tennis lessons, squash lessons, Radnor youth basketball program, after school flag football, parents night out, Harry Potter program, yoga, total body conditioning, chess tournament, birding, pickup men's and women's basketball, golf lessons for youth, teen, and adults, Griffin volleyball, multi-sport galore, arena sports and conditioning, the futsal league, a wrestling clinic, and an ARC babysitter training class, to mention a few. The programs are up on our website, and folks can get a registration form and sign up now. There are a couple of trips that we're advertising and working with the Wayne Senior Center on. One is September 17th, the Pizza Tour of Brooklyn. Another one is the Atlantic City Showboat Casino trip, which is Thursday, September 24th. Both those trips you would sign up directly with the Senior Center. We have a trip going to New York City, Do It Your Way, Saturday, December 5th. Very excited about that. We had a very nice excursion on August 7th to the Philadelphia Phillies Citizens Ballpark and saw our world champion Phils play. I want to thank the Parks crew for all their efforts this summer. They did a great job on ball field repair with many baseball diamonds, rebuilding the diamonds, and did a super job there. Also, with helping us move equipment to different sites, the concert series, and of course our always popular 4th of July events. The Mainline Chamber of Commerce 5K run is Saturday, September 26th in Wayne. The WBA Fall Festival is Sunday, September 20th. And this year it's on North Wayne Avenue, and that's Sunday, September 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. There's a mystery history tour by the Radnor Historical Society. It's going to be at the Friends of Radnor Trails Park. That's the former D'Antonio. And that's Sunday, October 11th from 2 to 4 p.m. As far as our projects go, I mentioned earlier about the Fall Harvest fundraiser. The Odor ACO steps, they're going to be worked on this fall. Chris Regan and Troop 284 are scheduled to do a park cleanup of invasives and trash at West Wayne Preserve on Saturday, October 3rd. The West Wayne Preserve Stormwater Management and Wetlands Restoration Concept Study has been completed by the Delaware Riverkeeper. The group's going to be presenting the plan to the Board of Commissioners on October 12th. And then following that should be neighbor and public input. And then ultimately it'll return to the Board of Commissioners for authorization to seek grant monies for the project. The Give Grass a Chance Committee, organized by the school district, met in August to review the field conditions over the school. The field's going to be deep tine aerated in mid-September. That helps knit the grass. They're going to be evaluated weekly to determine when they can be used for activities. Inclination is that it would be school activities first to see how it works, and then working in a community use after that. Bids were authorized by the Board of Commissioners on 8/17, and they're going to be prepared to go out this fall to put park signs at the recently named park areas. And very happy to say that the Board of Commissioners awarded on the 17th on state contract the resurfacing and repaving of basketball courts at Odor ACO, Beau Connor Park, and Clement Crone Park, and work is underway for those projects. One other thing I did want to announce is the fall Park and Rec cleanup at Fenimore Woods on Saturday, September 19th is canceled. And that concludes my report. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Tom, thank you. If you wouldn't mind, could you elaborate a little bit more on the work that was done on the baseball fields?
Sure. We have had some issues at the different baseball diamonds with some low-lying areas that would hold water. We also had issues with some areas where there were, in a sense, some sinkholes. Several of the areas, there were some issues with the pitching mounds and the certain heights and levels. A lot of dirt was brought in and added in order to bring the fields up and actually build the fields up to their appropriate levels at all the baseball diamonds. And it was an extensive process, and we ended up closing the infields to make sure that no one on following the process. And Paul Tataro and the Parks crew deserve a tremendous amount of credit. They did a great job.
That's great, and thanks to all, because this is something that was desperately needed. We have, by consensus, anybody who comes into the township to play on our baseball fields, probably the best baseball fields in the area. But it does need work, and that work was very necessary, so kudos to the park department for that. Tom, also, too, you talked about Give Grass a Chance, and I know they're evaluating on a weekly or biweekly basis, but any guesstimate as to when, usage might be?
The consultant that came in that was here from Penn State University, we had a lengthy discussion, and it was unilaterally agreed and recommended by the consultant as well that the school district not take ownership of the fields until they're fully knitted, until grass is growing everywhere. And immediately following that, of course, Leo was extremely proactive and worked with the sod provider to install sod in various areas where sod was either not knitting or was going in the wrong direction, so that or had died. There were some bare spots, a few, based on all that tremendous amounts of heavy rain that we had received after the sod had gone in. And it's just something that takes time. The consultant felt that the weather temperatures that are more in the weather we're experiencing right now are much more favorable for the knitting process. So with the detine aeration and also the weather conditions, it should move the field along in a much better process to knit. And I would think that It's something that's going to continue to be evaluated. I hate to throw a date out there and get people's excitement. At the same time, I would say that I wouldn't be surprised if there's people out on the field this fall, but I think it's something that it's going to need to be evaluated, and certainly with a community asset like that and the investment that went into it, want to be as cautious as possible.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Tom. That's great. Any other questions for Tom? Shade Tree Commission, any report?
The only thing I need is if you can check your calendars, I did forward the dates to you for the upcoming Shade Tree Commission meetings, and in the event we can get some representatives for the September, October, November meetings, that would be appreciated. I can resend those dates if it's helpful to the board.
If you can, Tom, that'd be great.
I'd be happy to.
Okay, obviously, nobody here from the school board, so we don't have a school board report. Any other committee reports? EAC report? At this point, do we have anything from the public? At this, okay, any old business? Any new business? Any motion from the board to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourned.